Hey Pisces, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and today I'm going to be doing a general timeless reading for you guys. So new setting, as you can see. I get bored, like I really do. You know, like being sick and not being able to do anything and you're just like, okay, I just have to rest. But there's only so much Netflix you can watch, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So I kind of like move stuff around in my office, and now I'm excited to do these readings, you know, with a different view. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for your comments and your advice. Thank you so much, you guys, for your donations. I can't tell you how supported, loved, and taken care of I feel, seriously, with your support. I can't even. Thank you, guys. Universe, please bring in the most relevant and important messages for the beautiful Pisces watching. What do they need to know? What does Pisces need to know right now? Okay, we got the Nine of Voices, which would be the Nine of Swords. Are you feeling anxious, Pisces? Within the Pisces collective, there could be a lot of like stress at this time. Some of you may be feeling quite worried, quite unstable, anxious. Maybe your sleep hasn't been all the best. Some of you perhaps are having a lot of worries about things that you're creating, perhaps, and where they're gonna go or how things are going to unfold. I'm going to adjust this just for a second. Okay. I do get a sense as well of some of you being tired. Very, very tired. Depleted. If this actually applies to you, there was a reading I posted, you know, one of these days, that was like, no wonder you're so tired or something like that. You should really watch it. I recommend it if you are indeed feeling tired. Yeah, lots of confusion. Seven of Cups challenging the Nine of Swords. So there is a good chance, Pisces, that your anxiety is coming from a space of lack of clarity. There is something that is not defined just yet. You don't have the details or you don't have the answers. Maybe you're waiting for someone to tell you something, to answer, to give you the information that you need. Some of you are very confused on how to move forward. You may be contemplating different possibilities at work. Should I go this way or that way? And it's like lots of pros, lots of cons for each option, and just not knowing may be driving you crazy. That state of limbo may be driving you crazy. And the sense of overthinking doesn't help. You know what I mean? Because it's like making a decision is not going to, like the clarity is not going to arrive from overthinking. It's going to arrive in a peaceful mind, right? You gotta have space in your mind to be receptive to the clarity. So it's kind of like a vicious circle there. Guys, could you please comment below and let me know if the air conditioning is in any way affecting the audio? Now I'm wondering because I'm in a different position. You have been working quite a bit, Pisces. You have the Eight of Pentacles in your recent past. So, honestly, I feel like some of you are so exhausted of doing everything you can every minute of the day to fulfill your responsibilities. It's like you can't even see straight. Some of you may be having very tired eyes, headaches, you know, maybe some of you are pulling like all-nighters, maybe studying or doing some kind of, you know, work for a deadline. And I almost see you kind of like rubbing your face and going like, oh my God, I can't even, like I can't. But I still have an hour more of work to do. Or something like that, just like adjusting your eyes. Some of you, if you're having a lot of like discomfort with your eyes, you may want to check your vision just to see if there's no glasses needed. These are very attention grabbing in the card. There is something that is being born, okay, from you. It's cracking you open from the inside out and revealing to you a sense of power that comes from within. And for some of you, you know, like giving birth, you may be feeling very uncomfortable, to say the least. It's like you're being split open. Like an egg, you know, hatching. Some of you are, for the first time in your lives, realizing that you're giving more than you need to, and that you are receiving less than you deserve. Some of you could be in a very kind of like what is right and what is wrong, like an ethical point of view. I'm going to turn the AC off. I don't know if it's affecting the audio, but it's distracting me. I see someone here who is getting married. Someone who has always wanted to have a very, very different kind of wedding. Maybe a black dress, or maybe wearing boots, or something along those lines. Kind of like the illustration here. It's like a very like unique style. And maybe, I don't know, this wasn't an option, but you've met the right person, or you are identifying how important it is for you to be yourself, especially on a day like that. And that awareness may be almost like bringing a part of you to the light that in turn will allow you to attract the person who is aligned with that, if that makes sense. That definitely does not apply for everybody, just for a few of you. Definitely something is changing, and it's beautiful. I don't know if it's comfortable, but it is beautiful. There's a part of you that has been repressed, that has been pushed down because maybe society doesn't get it, or because you don't feel accepted or celebrated. Maybe you feel like your natural way of being is making people uncomfortable. Maybe that's something you felt growing up. But now you're like, you know what? Your lack of tolerance or understanding makes me uncomfortable, so fuck you. This is who I am. And now you are going to have to deal with it. And some of you are really stepping into your authenticity, and it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Maybe with the support of friends, people who love you, people who really see how beautiful you are, and who see your quirks and, you know, the different aspects that are unique in you. They see them and they appreciate them so much that some of you are realizing, you know, maybe I'm not a weirdo. Maybe I am actually kind of awesome, you know? And I feel like in all of our lives at some point, we have that realization, hopefully, right? Everyone feels, I don't know, strange in high school. Everyone, even like the most popular kids, like everybody always feels like, I wonder if I'm fitting in. Or I wonder if, you know, I don't know, whatever. Like insecurities of all sorts. For everybody, something different. And I feel like some of you are really, really shaking that off. For good this time. Maybe you felt like you have, but then it's like depending on who you're talking to. But now it's like you're going to feel so confident that even if you are in front of the most judgmental, harshest, rudest person ever, if you feel like being yourself and saying or doing something very like out there, you will. Period. It's like a sense of embodiment of who you are. A sense of pride about yourself. Some of you, as I mentioned earlier, like the earlier timeline I was picking up on, some of you are tired, man. Some of you are really working hard. Some of you are experiencing almost like a test from the universe. Maybe you are working a job, or maybe you're involved in a relationship that really takes everything out of you. It drains you. It feels awful. And it's almost like Spirit is telling you, how much are you going to tolerate? What is your breaking point? Where do you say enough is enough? And with the 10 of Wands, some of you have been in a very overwhelmed, very uncomfortable position for a real long time. But you're choosing to stay there because it's familiar, perhaps. For those of you who resonate with that, it's that kind of like egg hatching. You're going to start feeling like something is cracking the walls that you have put around yourself. Like something is going to become intolerable for you, to the point in which you are going to seek emotional fulfillment. Even if right now, that possibility of pursuing something out of like just feeling good about it instead of maybe financial motivations, that may seem ridiculous right now because of circumstances, but I do get a sense that some of you are going to be almost cornered by the universe to stand up for yourself and really say if something is unfair, if there is something that has been pulling you in too many different directions, or if you have been spreading yourself too thin or something like that. It's like I feel some of you might be cornered into taking action and saying, that's enough. Some of you, if you're resonating with this, you may have a lot of support from friends, co-workers, and or partners. Some of you are going to be transitioning to a different job. Almost like if you're brave enough. Some of you are just not interested in the lack of stability that could bring. Some of you are like, you know what, right now, I feel more at peace being overwhelmed because I'm used to it than kind of like shaking things up and seeing what I want to do. And like, I would rather just stay numb to it. And that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine as long as you're conscious where you're at and what you want. And what is priority for you, of course. So, yes, Pisces, let's pull a cat oracle to wrap this reading up. Guys, if at any point you ever want to say thank you for the reading, you can do so for free by clicking the like button or the subscribe button. Or if you ever want to send a donation, I really appreciate those. And you can send them to the link that is in the description box below. Alright, so we got illumination. She shines her warm light into our dark places. She illuminates our fears and our shadows, giving us the courage to face them, to unravel them, and to bring healing. Sometimes it may seem easier to take the long route around the dark forest within, but Glow, that's the name of the cat, knows that true ease comes from presence and not avoidance. So carry her with you as you journey into the depths of your heart and soul. Let her loving light warm the places of shame, hurt, sadness, disappointment, anger, and guilt. She can turn the darkest, twisted forest into a golden cove of love. Aww. That's beautiful. That is so aligned with what we were saying Wow. I'm feeling called to also read this one. Solitude. Meet Lily. She sits contently in the center of the sky. Everything is vast, still, and quietly beautiful. The wind might rustle a song out of the leaves, but she's far from human voices and other meows and hisses. Lily contains the sweet, peaceful expanse of solitude. She will return to the world soon, but for now, let's not disturb her. Find your own space to meet yourself. Perhaps it is in the woods, or perhaps it is on a crowded dance floor with your eyes closed. When you are alone, it is easier to hear your own voice, to discern your longings and rekindle faith in yourself. So maybe that's the answer right there. Let me know by liking this video if any bit of it resonated with you. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for all of your support. Thank you for being here, for clicking on this video. I love you to the moon and back, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.